So this is the cold start video for the 1988 Porsche 924S.
Oil pressure. You want to gently increase the rev? And a bit more again, please. So here we are with Victor's Porsche. It's a 1988 model, and we're just taking it for a little drive along the roads. This is nice country roads around the Cotswolds, so we're not going to be taking it too far or too quickly. How long have you owned the car for?
It must be about 3 or 4 years now.
And what motivated you to pick this particular?
Oh, I'd read about the car and rather fancied it, its history. And that was it really as well. I've always liked cars.
Yeah, you've got quite a collection.
Yeah.
So in terms of driving, how does it feel to you in terms of steering? It seems fairly rigid, there's no vibrations in there. Is there any feedback from the steering at all? Any knocks or anything at all?
The steering it's quite heavy, but when you read about the car,
yeah,
that's what most of the drivers of the car say. It's heavy but reassuring.
Yeah, I suppose it's a typical German feel as well, isn't it?
It's got power steering.
Yeah,
it's positive.
Yeah. And in terms of the gear change, we're currently in are we in fourth gear at the moment, are we? How does it feel to you? Is it quite any play in there at all? How the switch?
No, it's fairly good.
Yeah.
Considering how old it is.
Yeah.
1988. Just have to treat it gently. Works nicely.
And the clutch as well, nicely weighted. A good biting point. Any issues at all with it at all?
No, I said that to you earlier. I had new clutch put in.
Yeah.
The tube link I was talking about, it's called a torque tube.
Yeah.
It links the engine and the gearbox at the back.
Okay.
So they're solid. And your drive shaft goes down in that tube. Have you ever seen this sort of thing before?
I haven't. No, I haven't. I'll have to do a little bit of investigation for that. So we're just looking at the gauges at the moment. Nicely placed in the middle. Oil temperature seems to be absolutely fine. Battery charge is good. Car pulls nicely. It's quite an unforgiving road, country roads. Lots of bumps and knocks, but I can't hear any of that inside the car itself. Quite a cusseting ride, typical German ride basically.
It's typical of the car. It's got quite firm suspension.
It has, yeah.
But it's I think the car was designed to cruise on motorways.
For sure, yeah.
Long trips. I've done a few in it, and I must admit it's a pleasure to drive.
Do you take it to shows or anything at all?
No, I mean I plan to. I'm a member of the owners club.
Yeah.
But COVID stopped most of that, hasn't it?
Of course, yeah. Is there anything about the S in particular that sort of kind of elevates it above the normal 924?
No, 924.
Because obviously it's got the sport suspension. Is it a standard? Is it a 2 litre engine, isn't it?
This is 2.5 litre.
Oh, okay.
In fact, this engine is what was in the 944.
Okay.
The only difference between the two is this is lighter.
Yeah.
It's a lighter car, so it's probably a little bit more responsive. I've never driven a 944.
I suppose they're the ones that people tend to want, but the fact is this is probably just as good obviously with a 944 engine.
It's pretty much the same vehicle. Just there's a few differences on where they look similar.
We've reached our destination.